Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday, everybody. My name is Jessie Weil from Weil Jessie Consulting, and I am here on Tuesdays at 1 to give you some small BS, which is some small business strategies for content marketing and content creation for your small business. And this is always here to help small businesses, entrepreneurs, anybody who's working to build their business on a budget and wants some help and is tired of searching through YouTube and TikTok and everything else to get there. So if you end up joining me today, go ahead to hashtag live so I can see who's here with me. If you catch the replay, go ahead and do hashtag replay. So I know who is watching these. Let me know if you use any of these strategies. But I wanted to talk today about hashtags. I get a lot of clients that ask me, how do I use hashtags? And it can be really confusing. So I have 3 tips for you in this video to tell you all about how to use them. And I encourage you to go ahead and like, follow, and share this if you learned anything from it, or you want to get more tips down the road too, because I have all of these that come out every week to help you with building your business and knowing how to do this stuff, because sometimes it gets a little confusing. So let's start with tip number 1, okay? And I know that some people have actually heard of this. It's the 10-10-10 strategy. So you are given 30 opportunities to choose the correct hashtag that you can thrive in your business in. And what I mean by that is on the bottom of every piece of content, you have 30 hashtags that you're allowed to put inside of your post that you have. So the 10-10-10 rule is where you actually will go in, and I don't know if you notice this, but when you go to type in your hashtag at the bottom of your content, you'll see that it'll tell you how many people are actually using that hashtag. And a lot of people will think, oh, I want the one that has 1 million or a couple million people on it, right? Well, that's not always the best thing. It is good to keep up with trending hashtags, but you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself in a place to be seen. So if you are on a hashtag where there's 1 million followers, think of yourself in a room with 1 million people shouting out your content. So unless it's really trendy, really original, or just really awesome content, nobody's going to see it on those pages. So you want to use 10 of your hashtags that will be for the really million, the 1 million followers where it's more popular. Then you want to do 10 that are closer in that 500,000 range. And then you want to do 10 that are 10,000 or 100,000 or less. I actually tell people even the 50,000 or less, because you're more likely to be heard with your content in a crowd of 50,000 people, or even if it's local hashtags that you're using, then you're going to be way more likely to be heard in that pool than you are in a pool of 1 million people. So that is one use of the 10-10 strategy. But did you know that there is also another 10-10 strategy? And this is one that I like to use too. The first being 10 brand specific hashtags. So that would be, like I said in the last video, if you didn't catch that, go ahead and look at last week's. But if you are looking for 10 brand specific hashtags, so that is something like with mine, I usually use Weil Jessie, Weil Jessie Consulting, Small BS with Jess. Anything that is always in line with my brand and what I'm consistently speaking about. So that would be 10 brand specific hashtags. The next one would be 10 location hashtags. And this is especially important if you are a brick and mortar business or a small business that is locally owned and operated. You want to make sure that you are using hashtags that are in your area. So research it. Go to like your community buildings, go to other businesses in the area, go to your visitor center and see what hashtags that they have created and use those. Now, if you're a service provider or you're somebody that's on a national scale, that's okay. Fill them in. But if you are a small business and you are a brick and mortar, make sure that you're using location hashtags, because it's going to get you noticed in the area that you're in, and your customers are going to see you and they're going to reach out to you that way. And the last 10 for the other 10-10 strategy. So the first one was brand, second was location. The other one is your content specific hashtags. So what is in your photo? what is in your caption if there's no photo? What's in your video? What is it? And then use that. So in this one, this video right here, I would do hashtag strategy, hashtag content strategy, all those things that are dealing with this specific video or this specific post and content. Make sure that you're keeping it relevant to what is actually inside of it, okay? You can also use trending hashtags occasionally, but you'll find that if you do that more often, your stuff won't really be pushed through the algorithms if it's not, if you're not being authentic about what is inside of the video. So that is the other one. And then the other strategy that I like to tell people with hashtags is you are going to have niche hashtags for your business, okay? So for me, it would be content creator, content creation, business strategist, business coach. Those are hashtags that I am going to be following because my content is going to be inside of it. So when I'm using those hashtags, I want to make sure that I'm also following those hashtags. I want to make sure that I'm following them on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you are, or look for those tags in YouTube or wherever you are marketing. Make sure that you're looking into those and that you are engaging in those. Even if it's somebody that you don't follow, if you just follow the hashtag and you go in and you like or you comment or you share their content, they're going to see that you're going further and further in the content of like Facebook or Instagram or the wild, wild world of the web. And then they're going to push you further as far as the algorithms go. So you want to make sure that the hashtags that you are using, you're going in those hashtags regularly, especially your branded hashtags or your niche hashtags. You're going in there regularly and you are actually engaging in the content there. That is what social media loves. It's meant to be a social engagement platform. So they want you to engage. And as always, it is one of my top pieces of advice, because really, if you want people to engage with your content, you need to engage in theirs. And that's what's going to get you followers. That's what's going to get you likes and comments and everything too. People often return the engagement that they get back. So if you're one of those people that just leaves a like, somebody might notice that and they might put a like on it. But if you're somebody that goes and you comment and you share and you like send it over to stories or you shout out to people or tag people underneath their content, you're going to find that those people are then going to notice it more and they're going to do the same for you, okay? Especially with, with social media and content creators. I mean, we want to give back because we know how hard it is to get it done. So hopefully these 3 tips help. If you use one of these, go ahead and let me know in the comments if you use one, or if you want to try one, let me know what one you're going to try, because I always love to see and hear if these ones work out for you. As always, if you need help or you have a subject that you are working on, then I encourage you to follow, like these, go and take a look at any of my other videos and reach out. My email's been going across the bottom of here all the time. It's jessie@wildjessie.com. You can go to my website or just check out any of my social media. All right, guys, I'll see you next Tuesday with some more BS, and hopefully you'll have a great Tuesday. Bye, guys.